He was once, recently, considered to be more than just a frontrunner. He was by many considered the golden child of the GOP in the chase to get back to the White House. But Scott Walker is now nothing more than another failed candidate, another casualty of the Donald Trump machine, and recently, little more than someone who complained the media was working against him and favoring Carly Fiorina. Scott Walker is out of the presidential race, and maybe the slide of also-rans has only just begun. Let's get the ride going. Let's welcome the now former advisor on foreign policy and national security affairs for the Walker campaign, now attorney at the Los Angeles firm of Arent Fox, Robert C. O'Brien. And we're also joined by Newsmax political analyst Dick Morris. Gentlemen, I thank you for joining us. And Robert, I got to come to you first because just on Sunday night, and I know you probably heard this read back to you a number of times, here was your quote. You weren't concerned about Scott Walker's tough time in the polls. He's always been counted out. He's always won. And that was just Sunday. What happened between then and now?
Hey, a day can be a lifetime in politics, Ed, as you know. Nice to be with you tonight. Look, we were disappointed. We thought there might be some sort of a campaign shakeup, but we thought that Governor Walker would be in this for the longer haul. And he made the political calculation that it was best for the country and best for his family to step aside. And so we certainly respect that. But we think he ran a real strong campaign and interjected great ideas into the debate. Were you in on the phone call, the decision, and what was said? I was not in on any decision. I think the governor made that decision with his wife, Tanette. The staff met for about a half hour before the announcement was made that was carried on Fox and other stations. But look, the feeling was Governor Walker wanted to run a campaign like Ronald Reagan did, shrink the federal government and grow the United States military. And he really pushed those issues hard. We thought they were issues that would have resonance with the American people. But this has been a tough campaign, and it's been a very interesting primary season, unlike any I've ever seen in my career. So, we gave it a great shot, and I was proud to be associated with the governor. He's a young man. He's got a bright future in American politics. I don't think we've seen the end of Scott Walker. Well, the governor did complain that he felt he was short-shrifted at the debate. He felt that the media was basically, and I'm paraphrasing, in the tank for Carly Fiorina, and he was very unhappy about the amount of time that he got. Do you feel that he was minimized at the debate and he was kept from getting a message forward because of the Fiorina effect? Look, I think we've got, a very interesting environment for the media. I don't blame the media, but they wanted to focus on Donald Trump and Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina, political outsiders who haven't held office before. And look, they've all made a case for themselves, and they make headlines. And they draw people to the TV screens. But I don't think it was just Governor Walker. I think that Senator Cruz, Senator Rubio, Governor Kasich, Governor Christie, others did not get the time that probably they merit on the debate stage, because there was a lot of focus on Donald Trump or Carly Fiorina. So I think it was a fair comment by Governor Walker, and I think it's a loss for the American people that the Governor Walker's not in the race. But this is politics. It's hardball. It's not beanbag. So those sorts of things are going to happen when you've got a debate. Dick Morris, let's get you in here then. Was Scott Walker merely just a victim of the Trump-NATO, a casualty of, as everybody said over and over again, sucking all the air out of the room?
No, he wasn't. Obviously, nobody's at 20% because of Trump and now Fiorina, and before that, Carson sucking out the air. But plenty of people are at 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, happily swimming along and expecting that if the front runners fade, they'll come to the fore. The reason Walker dropped out, the reason Walker never caught on, is he had a fabulous record in Wisconsin, did some wonderful things, but he never made the transition from a state campaign to a federal campaign. He never understood how to apply his record at the state level to the federal level. See, with Cruz and Paul and Rubio, it's no trick because their record is at the federal level and they just carry it on. What he needed to do was to talk about the insidious power of unions and crippling education in this country and make education his big issue and use that to get women over the gender gap. But he never did. He just ran as if this was a state race, and he was just continuing his state campaign. I think the other thing is that he just is way too young-looking and little-looking for the race. When I met him at a fundraiser I did for him in 2010, and he greeted me at the door, I thought he was the kid that parked the cars.
I got about 30 seconds left, so Robert, let me get to you. Is it just possible here that we are looking at the inevitability of a Donald Trump nomination for the Republican presidency. He just doesn't seem to lose numbers.
I think it's still way too early for that. The Iowa voters, the New Hampshire voters take their job of winning in the field and selecting the next president of the United States very seriously. I think as those voters take a look at the field, you're going to see others emerge, and I think it's too early to call the race for anyone at this point.
10 seconds, Dick Morris. Where do the Scott Walker followers go?
Well, I think it's important to note that Trump did lose 8 points after this debate. Not enough to knock him out or anything. But, he can lose points. Where this goes on is, I think, inevitably, either Trump is the nominee or this is going to boil down to a fight of Bush.
And here comes the fight. We are all out of time, gentlemen. Robert C. O'Brien, Dick Morris, thanks for joining us. Stay with us. The fastest 60 minutes in news. The Hard Line continues.